We will continue to make some adjustments to the connecting rods, and we will begin with this one. So I select it, and we'll also use the command zoom to selection. So we use Shift Z to zoom into this connecting rod. Then we go to the IntelliShape level and right click and choose Edit Cross Section, and here we will choose Hide Edited Part, so that we see the parts but not the edited part, the connecting rod. Here we will select this line, we will double click it so that all lines will be selected, and here we will delete them. And then we will move the cross section, or the origin of the cross section will be placed here in the center of this hole. So we turn on the tribal, then we loosen the tribal to move it to the origin. So I will left click and hold the center handle and drag it to the origin here. Then I will lock the tribal, right click the center handle, choose the center point of this hole. Then I'll turn off the tribal. Then we will project these two holes to the grid. So we come up here to select project command, this one, and we select this edge and that edge. And then we press escape to exit the command, and we will hide all. So now we will change the radius of these two circles. We see that this one is selected and it has the radius of 1.65, but it should be 2 millimeters. When it is selected, the value here in the properties is highlighted, so I can type 2 and hit enter to change it to 2 millimeters. So I do the same with this one, select it and type 2 and hit enter. And then I will use the W key to use look at command. So I will press W and I will click here so that the camera is pointing perpendicular to the grid. It will be easier to draw the circles then. It's because we are going to draw two circles. So we come up here to select center radius, and I will click here in the center and drag. And now in the properties we see that in my case the radius value is now highlighted, but perhaps your cursor will be up here, and if it is, you can press the tab key to jump to the radius box, and now you can type 6 and hit enter. That's one way of doing it. But if you click here in the center of the other one and drag, you can right click and type 6 and hit enter. So there are two ways to do it. You can change the value in the properties, or right click and type in a value. The next step is to exit the command by pressing the escape key, and then we will draw a couple of arcs. So we come up here to select two tangent and 1 point arc. Then I will click this circle and I will click on this one, and now I will right click, and here I will type 65 and hit enter, and I'll do the same on this side like so, and then I will right click and type 65 and hit enter, and then I press escape to exit the command. And we need to trim to remove some geometry, so we will use trim, and I will click on this circle and this circle. Then I press escape to exit command, and I will right click here and click finish drawing. So now we have made the first connecting rod. The next connecting rod we will do some adjustments to is this one, and we select it and go to the IntelliShape level and right click, go to edit cross section, and here we will choose hide edited part, and we select this line and double click the line so that all lines will be selected, and we will delete them. Then we will move the origin to this hole, but the inside of the notch. So we turn on the tribal, we loosen the tribal and right click and hold the center handle, and then we move the tribal to the origin and lock the tribal. And we right click the center handle and choose the center point of this hole inside the notch here. Then we turn off the tribal. So now we have to project this hole and that hole and this one to the grid. So we come up here to select project, and we will select this edge and the edge inside here, and also the edge here, the hole here on this connecting rod. Then we press escape to exit the command, and we will hide all parts. Now we have to change the radius of these holes, but this one has already the radius of 2 millimeters, but this one we have to change to 2. We select the circle and type 2 and hit enter. Do the same with this one. Type 2 and hit enter. And we also need to move these two to the same level as this one. And if I select this circle, we see that the X position is 0. So this one should have the same X position. So I select the circle, come over here to the properties and type 0 and hit enter. And do the same with this one. Select it, and X position should be 0, and I hit enter. Now we will draw some circles. So I will come up here to select center radius, and I click in the center and drag and right click and type 6. Do the same here. Right click and type 6, hit enter, and the same here. Click in the center, drag and right click, type 6 and hit enter. And then I press escape to exit the command. Then we will draw some arcs, so I will come up here to select 2 tangent 1 point, and I will click on this circle and this one, and here I will right click and I will type 150, hit enter. We'll do the same on this side. Right click 150 and hit enter. And then I will click on this circle and this circle, right click here and type 350, hit enter, and do the same here. Right click, type 350 and hit enter. Then I press escape to exit the command. Now we need to trim geometry, so we will use trim command, and I will select this one, this circle here and this one. Then I press escape to exit command, and I will also click finish, and we have made the second connection rod. Next will be to adjust this one. So we go to the IntelliShape level, right click and choose edit cross section, and here we choose hide edited part, and we select this line and double click to select them all and delete them. Then we will move the origin to the center of this hole, so we turn on the tribal and we will move the tribal to the origin. So I will grab this handle, drag it to the origin, lock the tribal, right click the center handle to center point of this hole, but on this side, like so. Then I turn off the tribal. So now we will project that hole and this hole to the grid. So I will come up here to select project, and I will project this hole and this one. Then I press escape to exit command, and we will hide all. And now they have the right size. They have a radius of 2 millimeters, both of them. So I will use circle, and I will draw a circle here. I right click and type 6 and hit enter. Same here. Click here and then drag and right click, type 6 and hit enter. Then I'll press escape to exit command. Then we need 2 arcs, so I will come up here to select 2 tangent and 1 point. Click on this circle and this one. Here I will right click and type 300. Do the same here. Right click 300. And then I press escape to exit command and choose trim, and we will trim this circle and that one. Then I will click finish, and we have made this connecting rod. So now we have the last one left. So I will select it, go to IntelliShape level and right click and go to edit cross section, and I will choose hide edited part, and I will select all lines and delete them. And we will move the origin, so I will turn on the tribal, right click on the center handle and select the center point of this hole. Then I turn off the tribal. And we will project these two holes, so I will come up here to select project, select that edge and that one, and then I will press escape and choose hide all. I have to change the radius of this circle to 2 millimeters. Now it is selected, I can type 2 and hit enter. Then I use the W key to get the look at command. I will click here. Then I'll come up here to select circle, center radius circle. Click here in the center, drag and right click and type 6. Do the same here. Right click, type 6 and hit enter. Then I press escape and choose a 2 tangent and 1 point arc. And I will click here on this circle and this one. And I will right click and type 70. Do the same on the other side. Let's see now, like so. And so. Right click, type 70 and hit enter. Then I press escape to exit the command and select trim, and I will trim this circle and that one. Then I click finish. Now we have made the adjustments to the connecting rods. So I will move the camera to top front right and fit scene. Then I will save the scene and we will continue in the next video.